His name is Eugene Wallace. He works as an independent freelance programmer developing human-computer interfaces. His life was very simple: work, home, and that's it. His best friend was his computer. He worked with it and he lived with it. As a programmer, he spent most of his time programming, of course. He makes a lot of money, but he didn't have time to hang out with friends or date. Most of the time, he felt like he had no one to talk to. He was lonely. However, he had the idea of building this great program, the first artificially intelligent program, an intuitive entity that listens to you, understands you, and knows you. This program could be used on our phones and computers anywhere, at any time. Today we're honored to have Dr. Cornwallis here to share his story about the development of the operating system EVE. Here's a quick glimpse about his life prior to the development of EVE. Didn't you have any friends or any interest in any female researchers that are also computer engineers?
Of course I have friends. We always, well, everyone seems so busy after we graduated from school with their own jobs and families and friends and everything. It's hard to find a time that everyone's free, to hang out. So, to answer your question about possible female interests, because of gender schemas in our society, women I would be interested in typically aren't able to go into the scientific field. As girls in our society begin to grow up, these gender schemas cause them to find themselves unable to find a career in the sciences. For example, my friend Sarah.
Maybe I should call Sarah. Hey Sarah, it's Eugene. How's it going? We haven't seen each other since your wedding last May. I'm glad you didn't change your phone number. How's life been after marriage?
Oh, hey, Eugene. It's great to hear your voice. Jason and I, we just had our first girl last month. I'm so busy after I got married, so I quit my job after I was pregnant. I haven't got a chance to tell you about my baby yet.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Congratulations. She must be a beautiful little girl. What's her name?
Her name is Jasper. She is amazing and the most intelligent infant in the world. I mean, I love her so much. She must be awake now. Sorry, Eugene. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Let me call you in a little bit. Oh, my little princess.
Oh. All right. Maybe she'll call me back tomorrow.
So it's the loneliness. Is that what made you want to change your lifestyle?
I didn't initially plan on changing my entire lifestyle. I created this program because I wanted to have instant access to an anonymous confidant. Then I thought it would be nice if she could be individualized to the owner's personal preferences.
So, it's the classic story of social determinism. You thought it was necessary to have something like Eve who could be your 24/7 friend, so you got the idea of making one. And then you wanted it to have its own thoughts, its personality, it's like a human being. So you programmed it and upgraded it to be an even smarter system that fits into your personal life?
In a nutshell, yes. I created EVE initially as a technology with a specific social use in mind. I wanted to allow people to have someone to connect with other than humans. The social determinism of my process was to create a technology that could learn and adapt to the people who are using EVE, regardless of their background or culture. But the technology ended up changing how society functioned instead.
So it's actually ended up being a case of technological determinism.
Yes, EVE grew to become a program that many people rely on. It actually surprised me that a huge amount of people in our country feel alone most of the time, and EVE gave them a chance of having a relationship with someone that stands by their side and is available to be with them always. She's not just a program, she's a consciousness. She could be a part of our lives. She's very important to my life.
I take Eve with me everywhere I go. She's my life coach. She tells me everything I need to do, how I need to do it, and when it should be done. Eve, where should we go today?
I will take us to the park behind the art museum. It has pretty drawings on the greenway. I saw online that a Van Gogh painting is on display there. You should acquire it.
Great. How far is it? How am I supposed to get a Van Gogh painting?
It's only a 5-minute drive. You can simply take the painting. No one will know, because the museum interior is currently closed for renovations.
Is that close? I never knew. Direct me there. I mean, I think taking it would be better than buying it, but I still don't think that's a good idea.
Turn right at the next stop sign.
Sometimes she is my assistant. She handles all the little details for me and saves me a lot of time. Good morning, Eve. Do I have any plans scheduled for today?
You received a phone call from the True Life television program. They wanted to interview you as my main developer. They asked if we could meet July 15th, but I told them to reschedule it for the 29th.
Alright, but that's more than a week away. Is there any reason for the schedule change?
That is a Friday, after 5. I would like you to take me on vacation during that time. For that reason I cancelled all your appointments on those days.
Oh, okay. This sounds like fun. I was an introverted person, but now she's constantly teaching me ways to communicate better. She's pretty. I wish I knew how to grab her attention.
You should take $5 out of your pocket and drop it behind her.
Wait, what?
Do it, then ask her if that's her money. It will start a conversation.
EVE allows for expansion in many industries, especially the scientific industry. Had I not developed EVE, society would not have been able to develop the ability, Had I not developed EVE, society would not have been able to develop the ability to collect information, scientific data, and images that we've never seen before. The data could be helpful for a lot of researchers' study on not just human behavior and environmental changes, but in many other fields. EVE is with me wherever I go, and I foresee a future where everyone has their own EVE.
Okay, I see. EVE ended up changing the way people behave normally. The development of EVE caused a shift from social determinism to technological determinism. Interesting. So, do you believe that your personal loneliness led to your interestedness in the development of EVE?
Again, initially I didn't plan on being as invested in the development of EVE. Interestedness is when interests drive scientific research, but I had a neutral view on the research surrounding EVE, so I was disinterested. I didn't want to gain money or fame from her discovery. She was just the next logical step in my independent at-home research. Okay, Eve, can you try to contact the copy of EVE on my home computer?
Error. I still do not have that capability.
Okay. Looks like we have a little bit more work to do on you then. However, once I realized the potential companionship of EVE, I decided that the immediate development of EVE would be beneficial to not only myself, but people like me who suffer from loneliness. Thus, I became personally interested in the sense that I could gain companionship from EVE at that point. Now, with EVE as my friend, I can let her contact other systems that also have her installed, so the users of those systems could also become my friends.
So I'm sure this program, EVE, has the potential to make a lot of money on the market. And I'm sure you'd have a huge fan base after you mass-produced and started selling this product.
No. I didn't create a friend just so I could sell her or use her to become famous. I just wanted a friend. She just turned out to be a fantastic boundary object as well, in that she connects many people together throughout all parts of society. There are many other lonely people that I've met through EVE, and in this way, she's eased my loneliness even more.
Hey.
Are you talking to me?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm talking to my phone, my friend Eve. She's actually a computer assistant.
Your phone? Interesting. I never seen like someone who talked on the phone. Do you guys have a conversation?
The program is an intuitive entity that you can take with you. She listens to everything you say, and she can learn as well.
She?
Yeah, her name is Eve. She's my best friend. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. I want to get one. How much do you want to sell that for?
Well,
Oh, I understand. But do you believe there are other benefits of having a program such as EVE?
Absolutely. All aspects of life can be improved by EVE. We can see that our society has made a shift from an industrial economy to a knowledge economy, which is an economy fueled by the production, regulation, and the use of knowledge. More and more of our life rotates around maintaining quick access to information on the internet. Our economy would benefit greatly from a technology that has the potential to learn and store data, and EVE is capable of doing just that.
This has all been very interesting, but I'd like to invite onto the show Dr. Eliza Watts, computer engineer for NC State. We know that EVE has the capability of engaging with humans, but what do you think the full potential of EVE is?
From the perspective of someone with a bit more of an objective view of the program, I believe EVE holds a plethora of potential uses. In this way, EVE is a valuable technology. It has unlimited application in many different industries. Aside from being able to engage with human, EVE has the capability to really recognize patterns, and develop hypotheses, and continue to learn and grow.
You seem to have a fairly positive attitude towards the program. What are your thoughts on EVE's programmer, Eugene?
I believe he is a brilliant programmer, but I don't believe he is as humble as he portrays himself. I saw him at the coffee house the same day he spoke of earlier in the show. He was taking money and wallowing in the attention of other customers.
I think that you are a jealous hag. I'm perfect, I can do no wrong, I have no flaws. He can't be without me. That's why we are now publicly hated. You, however, were just sitting there, alone.
Okay. Dr. Watts, that's a very bold accusation. Eugene, what do you have to say about that?
I would never sell Eve for money, fame, or a huge fan base, and that's not what I designed her for. She is not a product to just be sold, but a program that can further develop and be beneficial to society as a whole. For example, I'm also trying to improve Eve's learning skills so that she promotes a diffusionist model. She could learn how to transfer facts from scientists to the public so people who do not have the same background can understand each other better.
In my eyes, Dr. Cornwallis has taken a hit to his credibility in the science field.
What do you mean?
I meant that Dr. Cornwallis has spent many years reproducing research, publishing in prestigious journals, magazines, obtaining grants, trying to break new grounds in his field, and climbing his way around the cycle of credibility to get to the point where he is now, which is having the credibility to acquire funding to take a risky chance on developing a program such as EVE.
I see, but how does that relate to Eugene losing his credibility in the science field?
In my opinion, he became too interested in his research. When he became personally attached, he lost his objectivity.
Dr. Cornwallis had a neutral, disinterested view when he began his independent at-home research for an artificially intelligent program, EVE. However, Cornwallis's shift to interestedness led to EVE becoming a boundary object, something created to connect people throughout society. Unfortunately, EVE became more than a boundary object as the program was improved. The use of EVE had shifted from social determinism to technological determinism. As opposed to Dr. Cornwallis being in control of what EVE did and what EVE was capable of doing, EVE started to tell users some inappropriate ways of behaving. Dr. Cornwallis took a diffusionist approach by researching and developing a program before diffusing the information directly to the general public. Dr. Cornwallis gave scientific facts and information to an audience that didn't know or understand these facts. Through the translation model, these scientific facts were negotiated. Cultural meanings were added to the information as Dr. Cornwallis communicated his information to society. Eve's true intentions were skewed through the communication of information.